See my bed and bougie. She wanna drink on Tuesday. Shawty sipping on a Bombay. A long way from coolin'. See my bed and bougie. She wanna drink on Tuesday.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kay here for today's video. This is one of the most embarrassing things that has ever happened to me. I know I made a story time like a while ago that said most embarrassing story of my life. That definitely is the most embarrassing, but this one is definitely high up in the ranks. Like how could I let this happen to myself? Oh my gosh. So today I'm telling you guys about the time I got like locked in school. Basically it was a whole thing. Before we go on, please don't forget to like this video, share it with one of your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Okay, so this story takes place about 5 years ago. This was in 2015. I was in grade 8 and I was a little baby, new to the school, kind of not really new to the school. I think this was later in the year, whenever this topic comes anyways. So I am such a procrastinator, like it's really bad. Like you could give me months to do my work and I'll still do it the night before, most likely. You could give me a whole term to study for an exam, I'll study the night before. I don't know, I'm just that type of person. I don't know why, I just am. So I had homework in business studies. I don't even remember when he gave it to us, but like I mean, he must have given us enough time to do it, you know what I mean? Like, it was probably a good amount of time to do this work. But obviously, me being procrastinator in chief, I didn't do it. Well, I think I started, but I didn't finish. So, we have business studies, and we were doing, wherever a business plan comes in, I don't know what term you learned that in, but we're doing business plans. So he told us to write business plans for our own business, make up a business plan, and bring it to him, yeah? It was the last class of the day, and I was there thinking, I was like, I haven't done this. What's gonna happen, because he needs it, and if I don't give it to him, then like he's gonna punish me for that. So I was like, no, I need to think this through. There's no way I'm going down like this. So obviously there's like a little 5-minute gap between when one class ends and the next teacher comes, you know, just give them time to move. Well, there's no really a 5-minute gap, but you know, it takes 5 minutes for them to move. So I think we had RE or something before his class, and I was like, okay, I'm dipping. He ain't gonna find me here, huh? So I get up from class and I go to the sick bay. I go talk to the deputy head teacher. Plus, it wasn't unusual for me to get sick. I would always get sick. I don't know why. So she was like, okay, you can go lie down and yeah, like rest if you're feeling some type of way. So I was like, thank you so much. This rest. This is when I look back, it's like how? So this rest, I was quite alert in the beginning, and then I fell asleep, right? Because I mean, I was there to nap it off, right? I fell asleep, and guess what? I didn't wake up. I did not wake up. Oh my god! Wow! I fell asleep, and this was like around 3 something. School ends at 4, so falling asleep probably wasn't the best idea, but I did. Fast forward, I wake up and it's pitch black all around me. So I'm like, what's happening? Where am I? What's going on? So it's pitch black around me. I'm like, huh? Am I in my room? Then I get up. I'm like, this is not my room. This is not my room. I'm in darkness. Like, it is dark, and there was no power in the school apparently. It is pitch black. I'm alone in this sick bay, and I'm like, what is happening? So I'm like, there's no way, like I'm still at school. There's no way, right? So I get out because like the deputy head's office is like next to the sick bay, and they have like a main door. So there's a main door which has a grill which you lock. Then you come in, there's the deputy head's office. You go, there's the guidance counselor. No. There's the what's that person called? Person who handles money, whatever. No, not secretary. Whatever person who handles money's office. And then the sick bay is here, and there's a bathroom somewhere there. So I come out, and guess what? The main door is locked. The main grill is locked. I'm so sorry. I am stuck in this bay, and it is nighttime. What is happening? I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm just there like, what am I going to do? Who knows I'm stuck here? Now let's go back as I'm panicking in this room at home. Nyemba realizes this girl is not home. Imagine, my parents didn't even realize I wasn't home. Nyemba had to be like, she isn't home. I used to walk home from school, so it's not like they would pick me up and anything. So to them, I was home. I was probably just asleep, because that's the problem of being antisocial. You keep to yourself, so even when you're missing, they don't know you're missing. So Nyemba goes to tell my parents, listen, Kay hasn't been here. Has anyone seen her? They're like, we thought she was sleeping. Nyemba's like, she's not in her room. So they're like, huh, where could she be? So I go to my neighbor's house, Milimo. She's been in a few vlogs. Like if you look back, she's there. Anyways, so they were like, maybe she's at Milimo's house, because it's a usual thing. Because we weren't at the same school. Our schools were in the same yard. So she was at a different school, I was at a different school, but they were in the same yard. So they went to Milimo's house to see if I was there. And guess what? Milimo's like, I haven't seen her today. I didn't see her the whole day, didn't walk home with her, and she hasn't come to say what's up or anything. Thank God I am a good kid, because like it wasn't even a thought in their brains that maybe I had gone off to like see someone or do something, because I'm just not that type of person. I hated school, so when I went to school, my first thought was getting back home. I did not care to go anywhere in between. I just wanted to be back home. So luckily I was a good kid, so that was not even a thought. Now they're panicked. They're like, where is this child? She's not at Milimo's, she's not in her room. Like, where could she be? I don't know what happened in between, but they go to the police to file something that this kid is missing. He hasn't been seen for hours. Imagine the police! Oh my gosh! Oh, I forgot, but before the police and stuff, my dad came to my school, and he drove like through, because there's the back entrance, which is most likely the entrance, exit, whatever I would have used. So he drove through the back, and he even waited to see like the kids coming out, just in case I was one of them. Guess what? I never was. So he actually drove to my school, and he waited in the car park, seeing all the kids passing, because you know, maybe I was held up with something, maybe, you know, just the maybes. So that was all before they eventually went to the police. Oh my gosh, it's not funny, but like it is, because I was just sleeping in the sick room. I was not missing. Well, technically I was, but Now let's go back to where I am, because now we see the perspective of the people at home, now realizing that I'm missing. So at school, I'm panicked. I'm like, oh my god, who knows I'm here? Like, does she even remember that she told me to sleep here, like about my deputy head? So I'm just panicked. And you know, like, it's nighttime, I'm scared of the dark, and I'm alone, and it's just not a pretty sight. I start thinking, I'm like, okay, there's a window in this room. I open the window, and you know, luckily I didn't jump, because in a state of panic, I could have jumped and been like, okay, probably would have died or been seriously injured. So luckily I didn't think of jumping. But I opened the window, and there was like a metal bar of some sort outside the windowsill. So I pick up the metal bar, and I'm like, if I break something, I'm sorry. But I start hitting like the wall down, and I'm like, help! help, help, like, hello, is anyone there? Like, I'm here, hello?
I tried so hard.
And I keep banging this freaking bar on the wall and no one is coming.
I'm so sorry.
So I'm just there like, this can't be how I go. This isn't the way. I'm not gonna spend the night at school. Like, I'm panicked. It's pitch black. There's no power in school. I'm just there. Oh my gosh. Ugh. So I keep hitting this bar. I keep hitting it, screaming for help. No one is coming. And I'm just there like, there was a point I gave up. I sat down and I'm just there like, I'm here because I didn't do my freaking business plan.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
I'm not gonna lie, I shed a few tears because, like, I was alone in the dark. The only thing I had left to do was pray and cry. So, like, what do you want from me? So after my cry break, not really like, but you know, I like shed a few tears. I went back to start hitting the thing again and I was like, hello, help, hello, like screaming. And I went about this for like another 20 to 30 minutes because I had my watch, right? So another 20 to 30 minutes. Then I hear someone coming. I'm like, praise Jesus, hallelujah. Like, I'm not gonna spend the night here. So I hear someone coming, then I don't hear someone coming.
And
Then I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what's happening? Was this plotted? Do they want to kill me? What's happening? So the footsteps retract. Then I hit again. I'm like, hello? Then they come back, right? Then it's this guy. I think he's the groundskeeper in the night, whatever. He had a torch and he's like, hello? And I'm like, hi, like, I'm here. Like, hi, help, help, help. Like, I've been here for like freaking hours now and I'm panicked. So I'm just like, hi, like, I'm here. Yeah. So he's like, okay, wait. I'm going to get my deputy head teacher, right? Now I'm like, yay, I've been found, but I'm still like scared. I'm still panicked. I'm like, what's happening? Because like this dude disappeared for a long period of time. I'm like, so my help also disappears. Like, what's happening? Turns out they couldn't find the key to the main door. How? Like, how? So this guy is off looking for my deputy head, looking for the keys to this door. In this period of time, I'm guessing they called my parents. So eventually, after another like 20 minutes, they find the key to this door and they open the grill and they come to get me. And I'm just there like, oh my god, like I'm shaking. Like, I don't want to be here. I'm like, oh! Go downstairs. My parents are waiting, so I'm like, yeah, they must have called when I was in this room because like how else are they here? My parents are there and they're like, hi, you know, had to go get my bag because my bag was locked in my classroom. And then I went home with my parents and my dad had to go to the police to tell them like, oh, we found her, she's like good, she was locked in school, locked in the sick bay, spent the night at school, basically. Now let's go back in time. I don't know how I overslept, first of all. I don't know how none of my friends realized that I was missing. How they locked my bag in class because like, how do you, like, I mean, if my bag's in class, that means I'm somewhere in the grounds, isn't it? And I also want to know how I was locked in this room because, I mean, first of all, these rooms are cleaned. So did no one come in? Did they assume everyone was out? Was it one of those negligent moments where you just like dip, you're tired, you know, work stressed you, so you just like close the door and dip? I don't know. But somehow, some way, the stars aligned and I was locked in that room. When I got home, Nyemba laughed at me. She didn't even hesitate because like, how? Like, the story was just so funny. Like, how do you get locked in the sick room? How did you not wake up? You know, it's funny. From that day on, every time I was sick, my deputy head would call my parents. She wouldn't really like me spending time in that room. I think she was traumatized because I mean, how did she like she really locked me in there. So from then on, she would always call my parents when I was sick. She didn't really want to risk it. With the business plan that got us here in the first place, I didn't go to school the next day because my parents said I needed to recover from the trauma of being locked in there, which I did because like I was actually spooked. I needed to recover from the trauma. So I didn't go to school the next day, and that's when I did my business plan. And then the other day when I went to school, I handed it in like all was well. Moral of the story here, kids, do your homework. If you go to the sick room, do not oversleep, or just don't sleep at all, or insist that you call your parents and go home, because I do not recommend. And then like when I went back to school, my teachers were making fun of me. They were like, how did you get locked in there? I was like, I don't know how I got locked in there either, but like, so if you're from my school and you've ever heard this story, I was locked in there. It was me, it was I. So yes, please do not be like me. Just don't. Also, friends, check on your friends, because some of them are like me. So anyways, that's it for this story time of the time I basically spent the night at school, because I got home around like 8. It wasn't really spent the night, but like I basically slept there. The fact that I was there for 4 hours after hours, I basically spent the night. And I was in day school, so it wasn't calm, no. Anyways, please don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Share it with that friend who you know can fall into such a situation, or any friend to laugh at me, because it is what it is. I'll see you guys with another video soon. Bye.
Came in and I took your shawty like a robbery. I was on my bullet train, nigga, ain't no stopping me.